Welcome to Job Skills Share. Today I'm making a video, a real world video about desktop imaging. And if you're new to this channel or this video that you're watching right now, basically I'm teaching a help desk course online. We have more than 4,000 students in this course and some other courses. So you can register here and then log in. If you already registered, you can just click on login here and then use your username and password and log in, and then you can navigate to this course from here, help desk support entry level. So I'm going to click on that, and then you read all that stuff and then go down. So now if you're already in this course, you might want to skip this part. So click on this section right here, and once you go in, then you will see this part right here. On the left side you will see I'm making another video, which is this one, your backup server part 3 real world. Part 1 and part 2 is about installation, and it's on using a virtual box. So a lot of people might just want to see how is it done in a real world actually. So the part 1 and part 2 is very important for you guys to know about what did I do, the installation part of it and everything, because I'm not going to do that installation part on this machine, which is already done on this machine. So you might want to check that out. But I'm just going to go through what I did on this machine just to give you guys a little bit clear view. So on this machine, this is a Windows 8 box, and it's right behind this machine. I'm calling it a your backup server because I installed the server part on this machine, so I'm calling that on this. So basically I went to Google and I typed your backup, and if I just type it right now, let me just do that. You will see this right here. All you gotta do is download. Click on download and then go all the way to the bottom and download the server part of it. So you would download whatever is you can even try the beta, but it's up to you. You might want to take that risk. It's up to you. And if you don't, you want to go for the one that is the real one, 1.3.2 on a 64-bit. You will use this one. So just run it, click on it, click install, run it. Once you install it, it's automatic. So once you install it, basically you will see it. Let me just go back. It runs on this port right here. This is going to be your computer name and then 55414. If you type that, you will get a red message here saying that you need to basically put like a real share where you can save all the images or backup data. So you go to settings. I'm gonna go back. Go to settings, and this is where my data is. So you put the folder here wherever you want to back up the files, and remember, every time you put this, you need to have a lot of space in that section, in that folder, or wherever you're trying to specify it. You need to have a lot of space in that hard disk or wherever you are doing that, because all the images are going to get saved over there. Okay, so once you have this running, that you know this is running, this is good, you can go back and play around with all the settings, but I'm not going to waste that time. I already did that in part 1 and part 2. So this server is running in a real world. Here's the scenario. So I have a little project, which is basically I have like 20 computers that I need to image and make it work. So there are some other good ways, but for me, coming on the weekend right now, and I need to do this because I don't have too much time to go for other solutions like fog and other servers and stuff like that. This is the easy solution for me. I need to do this right away, and I need to do it. If it's working for me, then I need to kind of save my time right now. One way was to basically make a client. So this project is basically a PCI project, and so you need to harden the system, make it really secure, so then they can use it for the PCI stuff. But to do that, you need to spend a lot of time on one machine. So I already did that, spend that time. I made a installation on it and did all the changes. Then what I did, I made a backup of this, meaning I put the client, and if you go to the your backup site and you go to the client side, you download the client, you can grab that in a USB or a shared drive, whatever. So you put that client in a USB, take that USB, plug it into this one, and install the client on this machine and run it. Automatically, this machine will look for a server. and the server is right here. So then the first time it will automatically run the image, and that image will be saved on this server. And that I explained in part 1 and part 2. If you don't understand, just shoot me a comment on this video. But this client, so I already installed a Windows on it, and I did everything on this client. Then I put a client on it, and the server, your server backup client on it, and this client basically automatically picked on this server, and the image went through the network and went to this PC. This is how it works. So now I have the image right here, okay, and I have that master image right there. What about the other computers, the other setup? So I have these 3 computers right now, just for sample. I'm going to show you guys the other ones. So for sample right now, these 3 computers, I need to make sure the image, I need to put that image on it. So what's going to happen is I need to make sure everything is connected. So here basically I have, like, you know, the power cord and the VGA cord, everything is going to this monitor, and then I have a network Ethernet going to the switch, which is right there. So to do this, what you need to do, and I'm going to show you guys right now, let's say I want to image this machine right now from that server right there. All I gotta do is to make sure that I can see the monitor, because I need to plug in some options. So now this machine, I want to image it. I already did the 2 ones right there, so okay. So what I need to do, okay, this is another part of this. You need to make a USB or a CD. So if you go to the site right here, I'm just gonna go back to the site. There is thing right here, bootable CD to restore image backups. So you can install that ISO, which is right here, download the ISO and burn it to the CD or a USB. Okay, there's a method they give you, the USB one. I already did that. I put the ISO in the USB right here. So now I already have the USB to boot the system. So I'm gonna do is plug this USB in there, turn on the system, and you need to find your key for this. Is the F12 key, which is basically going to take me to the boot options. So I hit F12 here, and that took me to the boot options here. And you can see the USB. So if you're using a different type of computer other than Dell, you might see F10, F9, whatever is the bootable option, okay? Or if you need to go to the BIOS, you need to change that. But you need to come to this point. Now, I need to select the USB. So as soon as I hit the USB, I am taken to my... This is something that I'm using, multi-boot USB. You can search that online, search it by YUMI and put multi-boot, and then when you open this little software, you can burn that ISO to make this USB bootable. Okay. Other way would be to burn the CD. So you start your computer from a CD, and then you won't see this. You will see something different that I'm going to show you guys right now. In a USB, you will select this one, and now if you burn it from a CD, you will see this screen. Now if you have used any other USB bootable or anything like that, you want to see this screen, okay? And it's telling you right there, start your backup restore, and it will start the restore. Just give it a few seconds. Alright, so it tells you welcome to the restore, whatever. You just click on OK. It is looking for our network devices. So the progress is basically, it is looking for that server on the network right now. So you're gonna let that progress run. So then it look for, right here is the server name, and so the computer that you basically installed, that your backup server, you're gonna find that name over there. So this is actually the same name of this computer right here. And I'm just going to click enter. And then it will tell you in that same computer you will see different images. If you have a lot of images, you will see them right here. But it has only one because that's the only one that I want. So I'm just going to click enter. And then you pick the same. You have unknown disk size, which is 0. Definitely you don't want that. And it tells you the 80 gig right here, which is that the computer hard drive is the same as this one. It depends up to you. I mean, if you want to image something bigger than that, it will configure itself. Then it will tell you that it will erase everything on this machine. This machine has the image. Okay? What's going to happen? That image will be put on this machine. So anything in this machine will be erased. I'm going to say yes. And after this, you just have to wait till this thing is finished. And you will see the progress bar will show up in a second. And there you go. So that's how you do the imaging from your backup, using your backup thing. You can see it's 1% right now, and once it's went to the 100%, which takes about 20 to 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, and you're done. So the benefit of this is that now you don't need to have one USB and a CD with you to image it that way. This is something I would prefer, like a quick way, you know, a quick way without having going through the whole setting up the whole imaging system like a Ghost or anything. Maybe you didn't have time, you know. For my real world experience right now, I didn't have actually time to set up that stuff, or Ghost or Clonezilla or something like that. Then I need to use something like this to save my time, and also have something, you know, for future. Like something goes down on these machines right now. These 20 machines were for a special purpose. So if something were to happen, then I have another backup this way. I can just plug in the USB tomorrow if somebody called me that the computer went down or something, and I can restore it and have it running in 15 minutes without spending too much time. Other way would be to plug in my USB and put the same image, do the same process, but from the USB directly. But that's a lot of physical work, you know. For 20 computers, you go in there. Imagine if something was to happen on each computer and you didn't have that, you would plug in the USB in one, wait for it to finish, plug it back in this one, wait for it to finish, plug it back into this one, and you have to be here. Now I can basically go through and finish all other 20 computers, and then come back and do my other work, and then come back and take care of the rest.